Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi taala wabarakatuh. To Madam, we are from Group 1, Class AM2286I. Would like to present to you regarding our program Get to Global under Majlis Amanah Rakyat, MARA. First of all, let me introduce myself. My name is Muhammad Amirul bin Zahari. The other group member is Muhammad Fikri bin Yusof, Irfan Izzat bin Ismail, Muhammad Adam bin Muhammad Usairi, and Luqman Hakim bin Emli. We start with the first part, which is introduction. In order to ensure the Bumiputra entrepreneurs explore to an international business market, Majlis Amanah Rakyat MARA, with the cooperation with Malaysian External Trade Development Corporate, MATRADE, and SME Corporation Malaysia SME Corp, will organize the program, which is Get to Global, GTG. This program was created to make sure the Bumiputra entrepreneur have a development of strategic branding and marketing that may bring local product to global market. MARA also hopes to incorporate 500 Bumiputra entrepreneurs in this initiative, which will provide them with exposure to marketing tactics, product creation, and branding. MARA Deputy Director General Entrepreneurship Zulkifli Osman said this benefit can be done through seminar programs, branding strengthening courses, global halal market penetration strategy courses, pace training workshop, and including funding assistance as a result of a strategic collaboration between MARA and SME Corp. This program will be implemented by developing a winning brand of Bumiputra product with distinct characteristics that will enable them to explore and compete in the broad and competitive global market. Next, Get to Global will focus on transforming Bumiputra entrepreneurs' products, particularly those in the fast-moving consumer goods (FMCG) category, into community entities that can compete in the global market. Apart from that, GTG give Bumiputra enterprise exposure to help them enhance their communication plan and foreign market. We proceed to the next part, which is the problem arise that led the MARA with the cooperation of MATRADE and SME Corp to launch the Get to Global program. The problem is the pandemic COVID-19 give huge impact on Bumiputra entrepreneurs, especially micro, small, and medium enterprise (SMEs). It cannot be denied that small and medium enterprise SMEs are among the major contributors to Malaysia's economic performance. However, due to Movement Control Order (MCO), small businesses that have a tangible shop cannot continue to sell their wares or their product, since they are relying on face-to-face interaction with the customer. For example, those who are in the food and beverages cluster (F&B). The next problem is Malaysia is confronted with new problems, particularly in terms of using of the internet as a business medium. The e-commerce business in Malaysia is one of the fastest expanding industries. With more than 20 million users, e-commerce platform generated an income up to 3.7 billion USD in 2019. Furthermore, by 2023, the industry is predicted to generate 5.7 billion in revenue. This demonstrated the enormous potential of e-commerce in the country. As a result, several requests have been made for Bumiputra entrepreneurs to expand their involvement and competitiveness in the online business sector, owing to the fact that Bumiputra is still deemed economically disadvantaged. According to the former Prime Minister of Malaysia, Tun Dr. Mahathir Mohamad, emphasized that the Malays, as the largest race and Bumiputra, must know that doing business is the only way for them to success. He was embraced by the Malays achievement, which he judged to be far behind those of other races. It's even more unpleasant to mention that it's pretty embracing when Malays are poor in their native country compared to other races who came to this country and effectively dominated the economy in a variety of professions. The last problem arises is Bumi Putra are lacking in finance. As we all know, we need to be financially stable to start the business. Lacking financial support can really affect the entrepreneur at an early stages.
Hi, Assalamualaikum. My name is Muhammad Adam bin Muhammad Syairi. So, representing regarding the stakeholders and related authorities for the Gate to Global program. So, there are actually two stakeholders, which is the Malaysian External Trade Development Corporation, MATRADE, and another one is SME Corporation Malaysia. So first of all, for the first one, which is the Malaysian External Trade Development Corporation, also known as the MATRADE, is actually a national trade promotion organization in Malaysia that actually serve to the Ministry of International Trade and Industry, also known as MITI. So, Madrid actually was established in March 1993. The purpose is to help the Malaysian exporter will be assisted in developing and expanding their export markets. So, Madrid's objective is to promote Malaysian export, which enable many local businesses to break into new markets across the world. It also offers a variety of services and actually help to Malaysian exporters and overseas importers seeking trade related information. And its vision and mission is to establish Malaysia as a globally competitive trade nation and to promote Malaysian businesses to the rest of the globe respectively. Uh, Matrade function is Malaysian external trade should be promoted, aided, and developed with a focus on the export of manufactured and semi manufactured goods and services. Matrade also provides several services such as trade information, trade promotion, and export development. So for the SME Corporation, uh, is actually a ministry is the Ministry of Entrepreneur Development and Cooperative, MEDEC, uh, central coordinating agency that coordinates the implementation of small and medium enterprise development program across all connected ministries and agencies. SME Corporation serve as the primary points of reference for SME, which is a small medium enterprise and entrepreneur research and data distribution, as well as providing business advising services to SMEs and entrepreneurs across the country. So besides that, the National Entrepreneur SME Development Council, which is chaired by the Malaysian Prime Minister, has SME Corporation Malaysia as its secretariat. So SME Corporation Malaysia began on May 2nd, 1996, when a specialized agency under the Ministry of International Trade and Industry was founded, which is MITI. So nowadays, SME Corp Malaysia is well on its way to realizing its aim of becoming the country's foremost organization for the growth of progressive SMEs in order to boost the country wealth creation and social being. So, in order to achieve its purpose of fostering the development of innovative, resilient, and globally competitive SME through effective coordination and business support, the organization has developed number of initiative, which is through different platforms and program for SME and entrepreneur development. SME Corp Malaysia aims to empower the critical mass of SMEs with efficient procedure, viable businesses model, access to financial resources, any kind of smart collaboration, market entry strategies, and sustainable growth solution.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Luqman Hakim bin Emli, and I will be moving on to the objectives of MARA Gate to Global. As we all know, MARA Gate to Global is a program under the supervision of Entrepreneurship Development Unit, and thus sharing similar objectives with the unit. MARA Entrepreneurship Development Unit objectives through this special program, such as MARA Gate to Global program, is to cultivate, create, increase, and strengthen Bumiputra entrepreneurs through training, business, incentives, advisory service, and strategic cooperation. The mission of Majlis Amanah Rakyat through programs of MARA Gate to Global program is to develop successful and innovative entrepreneurs, to produce global human capital with integrity, contribute to equity and ownership, and simplify the delivery system of Majlis Amanah Rakyat. And its strategies is empowering human capital, strengthening equity ownership in the corporate sector, strengthening non-financial asset ownership, intensifying entrepreneurship and business, and lastly, strengthening the service delivery of the ecosystem. Moving on to our SWOT analysis, we have identified 3 critical factors for each of the evaluation using the internal factor evaluation IFE and external factor evaluation IFE. We're going to start by listing our strengths and weaknesses. For our strengths, the first strength is operation. And MARA Entrepreneur Development Unit has formulated structured training program for the enhancement of self-sufficiency and capacity of existing and aspiring entrepreneurs. The objective of the training program is to expose aspiring entrepreneurs to the possibilities of entrepreneurship as a viable career path, as well as instilling needed entrepreneurial values. Another strength of the program, particularly Gate to Global, is MARA's cooperation with Malaysia External Trade Development Corporation, MATRADE, and SME Corporation. The cooperation open opportunities to entrepreneurs to access advisory services regarding the means of halal export, as well as branding inputs from the cooperated corporations. And the next strength is political, and one of the critical political factors of this program is allocation from federal government. MARA is a statutory body governed by the federal government and receives consistent annual allocations through the annual national budget tabulation. Moreover, programs under this statutory body possess the means of funds allocated consistently by the federal government, and in 2021, the body were allocated 11 billion ringgit for education and entrepreneur development, particularly of the Bumiputra Group. Moving on to our weaknesses, one of the weaknesses is management. Like any other government agency, MARA are not accepted from international ethical issues such as maladministration of management and corruption. Corruption regarding high management official is a major weakness of the statutory body of MARA. Corruption is a major ethical issue and have the ability to taint the image of the statutory body as well as reflection of the state of the federal government. Moreover, programs implemented by MARA may encounter delay and backlog due to insufficient funds and may disrupt the objectives laid out for the programs. Another weaknesses is operation. Majlis Amanah Rakyat MARA, significant development since the early establishment of the body, has always been focusing on striving Bumiputra's education and business development. However, Mara recently ventured into commercial and business investment, which many argued that the statutory body lack expertise in the area. Mara have the possibility to be vulnerable in areas that they lack expertise and should focus on the core objectives and values of the statutory body. Mara involvement in business venture may disrupt Bumiputra's market share and increase the competition of the market. And the last weaknesses is economy. Entrepreneurs, especially from Bumiputra Group, has to compete in a monopolized market that is dominated by the international brands and companies. In addition, market monopolization in Mara's digital mall discourage market share and competition, especially from Bumiputra's vendors and businesses. The federal government has to take necessary steps in strategizing a healthy market competition and abstain from the practice of market monopolization, which only benefit one party, particularly the issue of monopoly in Mara's digital mall. The action taken by the government disproves core beliefs of the statutory body, which focuses on the development of Bumiputra businesses and entrepreneurs. Moving on to our opportunities and threats, we have identified 3 critical factors using external factor evaluation. Starting from our opportunities, first opportunities of this program is social, and Mara's commitment in strengthening the socio-economic of Bumiputra Group are outlined in the Mara Investment Sector Strategic Plan 2021 to 2025. Through the plan, Mara planned to maximize exploration of investment opportunities in related matters for the benefit of the secretary and its entrepreneurs. Mara stand by its recent strategic planning and good corporate governance parallel with their objectives of empowering Bumiputra entrepreneurs, increase equity ownership in the private sector. The recent strategic planning made by Mara is the product of policy revision to cope with the economic downturn during the recent pandemic outbreak faced by the nation. Another opportunity is political opportunity. Mara's consistent effort in strengthening Bumiputra's agenda form collaboration with other government agencies and government-linked companies such as MRT Corporation. The objective of the program is to assist qualified Bumiputra entrepreneurs through training and advisory of business development, as well as establishing financial assistance and support. Recent developments of MRT stations, openings such as the new Kelang Putrajaya line, open opportunities for qualified entrepreneurs to participate in MRT's corporation retail programs. The collaboration enables the two parties to produce competitive human capital aligned with the needs of the corporation through training and education programs. The last opportunity is economic opportunities. Mara identified critical economic fields and proceed to venture into new investment opportunities, which may significantly contribute to the Bumiputra's market equity. Mara is confident with the pre-existing collaboration of other subsidiaries with relevant expertise in real estate development. The main objective of the program is to create more career opportunities through real estate industry venture and investment. The objective align with the core values and mission of the statutory body of empowering Bumiputra businesses and entrepreneurs. Moving on to threats. The first threat is technological threats. Industrial Revolution 4.0 brought more focus on the sectors of automation and data exchange for manufacturing technology. Mara strives to prepare necessary shifts and changes in order to fulfill the needs of the global industrial market through involving sectors of cyber system, Internet of Things (IoT), big data analysis, simulation, integration system, robotics, and as well as cloud management. Mara focuses on the education development based on technical and vocational education (TVET) through mediums such as Institut Kemahiran Mara (IKM) and College Kemahiran Tinggi Mara (KKTM). Moreover, the initiatives produce graduates with a solid foundation of technical and industrial fields, as well as development of techno-entrepreneurs to fulfill the demands of technical and technological sectors. Another threat is political threat, and Mara has been facing issues of ethical dilemmas with issues revolving maladministration and corruption since its days of establishment. The core foundation and beliefs of Mara should be consistent, which is to enhance the economy of Bumiputra through investments, facilitate, develop, and encourage industrial and commercial activities of the Bumiputra Group. However, disruptions in the process of realizing those beliefs and objectives were mainly caused by interference of government officials, and executives. These figures brought ethical issues such as corruption and money laundering that taint the image of Majlis Amanah Rakyat, as well as disrupting educational and entrepreneurial programs implemented by the statutory body. Many argued that the statutory body should be governed by professionals and continue focusing on Bumiputra's economy through investments in relevant fields such as technological and technical, as well as agricultural industry, which often receive lack of attention and support from the statutory body. The last threat is social threats. External threats such as international organizations accusing Bumiputra and Malays, especially the Muslim community, accused of being discriminatory towards other races and religion of the nation. This group have developed throughout the years while still maintaining their extreme ideologies and perception towards the Bumiputra community, only now being funded by international and foreign organizations such as the LTTE and communist idealists. The so-called civil society movements against the Malays and Bumiputra continue to evolve since our independence, often through human rights discrimination accusations toward the native groups. However, threats involving officials from Malays and Bumiputra itself pose a greater threat for the statutory body, with issues such as corruption and malpractices, which can be perceived as a threat to the well-being and prosperity of Malays and Bumiputra.
Assalamualaikum to our lecturer, Madam Shamaliah binti Ngah, and all my fellow classmates. I am Muhammad Fikri bin Yusof, and I will explain about the SWOT integration for our presentation. In this section, there are 4 strategies will be implemented according to our program. There are SO strategy, means strength and opportunities. WO strategy means weakness and opportunities, while ST strategy means strength and threats. Lastly is WT strategy, means weakness and threat. So in SO strategy, we decided to choose the strength in terms of development of Bumiputra entrepreneur, while the opportunity is collaboration and support from the government agencies. Based on SO strategy, we have identified appropriate strategy, which is intensive strategy in market penetration. The effort is to create more beneficial programs and to increase entrepreneur development. Entrepreneur development program that contribute to Bumiputra market equity. So for WO strategy, we agreed to choose weakness in terms of economy. Bumiputra Group need to compete in a monopolized market that is dominated by mostly international brands and companies. In addition, market monopolization has discouraged market share and high competition, especially in Bumiputra's vendors and businesses. The most suitable strategy is integration strategy under horizontal integration. So government can decrease the monopolize of big companies and prioritize Malaysian product to remain in the market. Next is ST strategy. In ST strategy, we combining the strength of consistent annual allocations from the federal government, while we choose preparedness of Industrial Revolution 4.0 as the track for our program. Through the S3 strategy, we have come up with intensive strategy to tackle the issue arise in our program. Lastly is WT strategy. The weaknesses that we have identified is in terms of management as a weaknesses and ethical issue as a threat. The appropriate strategy to overcome in WT strategy is control strategy. In this strategy, we acknowledge that it is important to prevent ethical issues and dilemmas in MARA in order to determine the position of decision-making power and take necessary action to abstain from conflict of interest. Next part is the strategy choice and decision criteria. Based on the SWOT integration that we have discussed, we have choose one strategy choice, which is intensive strategy. The components under intensive strategy is market penetration, market development, and product development. So the strategy to use for this program is market penetration. Market penetration helps in increasing the market share for present services through greater marketing effort for advertising expenditure for the GTG program. So the ways to implement market penetration is by creating many beneficial program such as Bumiputra Exporters Development Program (BEDP), with collaboration with other agencies such as Matrade and SME Corporation. In addition, the other ways is contributing in Bumiputra market equity. So the objective of this is to create more career opportunities through real estate, industry, ventures and investment. In conclusion, the strategy we have choose for this program can ease the government and parties involved in making awareness regarding the importance of Gate to Global program. That's all from me. Thank you.
Okay, thank you Fikri for the presentation. Before I start, I would like to introduce myself first. My name is Ifan Izzati Ismail. So I will present on the topic strategy implementation. Based on the strategy of shape, the implementation of an intensive strategy is to focus on the branding of Bumiputra made product, especially those under fast-moving consumer goods, which is FMCG. According to Sun Daily, this program has been implemented with the goal of developing superior product, which is winning brand from Bumiputra entrepreneurs that are individually designed to compete in the international market. This is to encourage more entrepreneurs in the business, including food and beverage, fast-moving consumer goods, and automotive. The Gate-to-Gate program is one of the platforms for entrepreneurs to expand their product in the market to global. Mara has been provide the webinar classes for those who want to participate in the business. In addition, Mara also have provide intensive or subsidies which can be gained by Bumiputra entrepreneurs. And next we will move to the next point, which is increase Bumiputra effective control and sustainable corporate ownership. Traju and Equinox will cooperate each other to strengthen and expand the scheme Jejak Jaya Bumiputra (SJJB). Their motive is to increase the listing potential Bumiputra companies in Bursa Malaysia, where this may include the government-linked companies GLC and public listed company PLC. This program aims to boost market capitalization of Bumiputra controlled companies on Bursa Malaysia and also highlighting the government commitment and their efforts to establish competitive Bumiputra economic ecosystem. As a conclusion, this program will encourage more entrepreneurs into the global market as it contributes to the national economy. So that's all from me. Thank you.
So for the strategy evaluation, due to the efficiency and efficacy of comprehensive plans in achieving the desired problems, strategy evaluation is actually just as important as strategy design. So managers can also evaluate this existing strategies suitability in today's changing world of socioeconomic, political, and technological changes. So as actually the strategy that has been implemented during this program, which is Get to Global, is Mara will expose Bumi Putra entrepreneur to a variety of tactics such as product creation, branding, and strategies for breaking into the worldwide halal market, as well as financial financing support. So the purpose of this plan is actually is entrepreneurs from Bumi Putra community will be transformed into global entrepreneurs who will offer distinctive items at competitive pricing for export. However, there are a few difficulties of challenges that Bumi Putra may confront or may have faces. It is because due to a lack of understanding about global market access, money and production capacity, as well as product branding that did not satisfy international standards. The market potential of Bumi Putra entrepreneurs were not completely explored. So, because of that, this information needs to be grabbed by every entrepreneur, especially Bumi Putra, in order to stay relevant in the market, whether it is within or outside the country. So actually, because of the challenges, there is a solution. So one of the recommendation that can be done is cultivating partnership in the region. So local alliance can aid in the growth of in our company that the development of our international reputation. Uh, According to Cassidy 2018, they actually discovered that the local property developers in China were occasionally eager to have a prominent foreign school and anchor a new residential development. So she also added that these developers were able to advise them on the best location for their schools, ensuring that each one was in an affluent and competitive catchment area where families would want to live and need a decent school for their children. So this kind of action need to be taken in order to make sure that uh, the company growth to keep going. Okay, that's all for me. Thank you.
Next, we proceed to the last session in this video, which is the conclusion. In conclusion, to empowering Bumi Putra entrepreneurs to the global, some of the strategies have been successful. The Get to Global program, which organized by Mara, has helped more Bumi Putra entrepreneurs increase their export and penetrate the global market. Currently, Mara assists 268,994 entrepreneurs by using business financing, which amount 8 billion ringgit. Based on the SWOT analysis discussed, it has proven that Majlis Amanah Rakyat (MARA) takes a serious approach in empowering Bumi Putra entrepreneurs. MARA has expanded their opportunities to grow Bumi Putra business through maximize exploration of investment opportunities and collaboration with other government agencies. MARA also has created beneficial program for traders to expand their business into the global market, such as the Bumi Putra Exporters Development Program (BEDP), which target export growth and from Bumi Putra's business owners because of the collaboration of MARA and Matrix. In addition, MARA also work with the government and in a way that demonstrate the core belief of statutory bodies that focus on the development of Bumi Putra business and entrepreneurs as the preparation 4.0 Industrial Revolution, MARA has partnered with the government to obtain a consistent annual allocation to ensure MARA has human resource with business skills. Furthermore, MARA has also improved their management through the transfer of power from the executive, the appointment of the industry professional as heads of statutory bodies, as well as giving more decision-making power to non-executive managers of statutory bodies. That's all from us. Thank you.